Bulldogs defeat the Eels. I tell you what, this wasn't just the Bulldogs beating the Eels and like, what a great win. You know, they've improved so much on last year. When you think about what the Bulldogs had go against them to win this match, it is actually insane. And granted, I know that there was a big call at the end with the penalty, with the tackle on Preston that, you know, they ended up scoring off. But outside of that, Hayward gone. So he went off like pretty early on. Curran obviously goes off with a head knock. Preston ends up going off. Kickout out. Fox out. Not only that, the penalty count was 60 minutes into the game. So 20 minutes to go. The Bulldogs' completion rate was 61% and the penalty count was 10-2 against them. They're somehow still in the match. They then not only be in the match, they win the match all off their defence. Like this was purely a defence win. It was more than just, the Bulldogs played really good against the Moses. Let me repeat. Hayward gone. Curran gone with a head knock. Preston gone with an ankle injury. Kickout out. Fox out. It was an absolutely incredible win. And to top it all off, they did it in front of a record crowd between Bulldogs and Eels of 45,490 people, a penalty count of 10-2 against them, and a 61 completion rate.
And Kurt Mann in the sin bin.
Quite literally a man down.
That's great stuff. Like everything, and look, I know the Eels have stuff go against them too, but like the adversity that they faced, like not only before the game with kick out and Fox out, but to win this game the way they did, like it's genuinely one of the best wins I've seen the Bulldogs have in the last few years. And they've had some incredible ones, like, you know, recently that we could talk about, but they had absolutely no right to win this game and they still found a way. It is incredible what they're doing there. And in my opinion, I believe they've turned a corner as a club. What they're building there is special. I think this isn't a false start. Yes, there may be hiccups along the way, but I think that they're building something special. And watching them walk in with that boombox and Critter at the front playing 50 Cent Many Men before the game, like there is something special being brewed there, and it is all being built around Stephen Crichton because he was also incredible yesterday. The Bulldogs have turned it around. I've gone from a few weeks going, there's no way they'll make the 8. They'll have a great year. They're not going to make the 8, to now me going, they actually could make the 8. Even if things don't go their way, they've been so impressive this year.
I think they play finals footy this year. I thought Stephen Crichton was tremendous. I know there was a number of very good performances this weekend in games that were blowouts. I thought in a tight game, Stephen Crichton was unbelievable.
That flick pass for that first try assist that he had, like the no look, hit the gas, just boom out the back, unbelievable stuff.
Some of his defensive players, like just every time the ball went to that side of the field, just nothing came of it. Critter was just incredible, and you know, he actually bombed a try at the start of the game too. It's not bad from you. Not great. Not bad.
Just came out.
I thought he bombed a try early in the game too. I think he tried to turn Max King under. I reckon if he just goes on his own, he probably scores there.
Yep.
You know, he also went up for that bomb that he come down, took. I agree with the call that he was held on the ground there, but like he almost won this game 2 or 3 times for Canterbury.
Yeah.
They still managed to get the job done. He was tremendous. Connor Tracy was great. I don't know. I felt like we were lucky enough to be out there at the game last night, and man, there's something special about Canterbury at the moment. They've just got that feel to them.
And their fans, like, this is the fans getting around them now. Imagine if they're in the 8. I think it's been so long since they've struggled, we've forgotten how big of a club they are. Like, they are a big, big club.
Yeah. I mean, you summed it up pretty well there, Kempy. It was quite inspirational. I was getting tingles on the arms. It was nicely done. But
I've been staying patient for many years with the Bulldogs, so I'm getting rewarded.
But yeah, like even before the season, chatting to sort of people within the club, and they were saying 2 that stood out were obviously Stephen Crichton and Jacob Krause was the other one. And this was before Crichton had been named captain of the club. And just saying the impact and the influence they have on the boys and had during the pre-season. Watching there last night, that massive, 45,000 people came out to watch it. 40-odd minutes after the game, the crowd's obviously all gone, barring a handful. Stephen Crichton and Jacob Krause are still signing autographs. And they're like, this is a Monday night. They've just had a massive win. To still be out there, I'm like, well, bang, there it is, on show. Because even if you do it for 5-10 minutes, like, it's cool, but like 40 minutes later, This is Stephen Crichton 5 days after Origin as well. Like, must be gassed, and they're just so impressive what's going on at that club at the moment.
Yeah, it's and also like the position rugby league is in to get 45,000 people out on a Monday night. Like, the game is in an incredible position, and we're not talking about 45,000 out to watch 1 versus 2. We're watching an Eels team that struggled most of the year, and a Bulldogs team that wasn't in the 8 at the stage, I don't think, in like before the game.
Yeah. And then on top of it, I know they won very comfortably scoreline-wise against the Knights last week, but a game where they lost 2 players to the bin at different stages, you do overtime in this. Like, it takes a toll on you. And after games like that, you can understand a team being gassed a little bit or running out of steam, but no, not even close to it in this one.
Now, I've got to go, boys, so you can continue talking, so I'll just talk about the big points. Man, definitely 10 in the bin, and I actually think that the judiciary should be quite harsh on this. Like, that was a genuine crusher. Like, that was an accident. Like, he had a brain explosion, let's just put it that way. That wasn't getting called up or whatever. That was losing your feet, crushing. Now, not too crazy, but I think that he definitely should spend some time on the sidelines. We cannot have that in a game. He's going to get 2 weeks. Probably about right. Connor Tracy, incredible to win the match, like, amazing. Just quickly with with the Eels before I go, I did think when the game was in the balance, Mitchell Moses had, I know Sean Lane dropped that ball, but I felt like he threw that pass really hard at Lane. So it's obviously Lane should have caught it, but still, just little things from Moses. And then also he had that inside ball where he tripped and he drew a pass that he shouldn't have to RCG. And Dylan Brown also had an error when the game could have been won. It was really a rare game where Brown and Moses didn't put it away when they should have. And that's what I was talking about earlier, where very uncharacteristic of Moses not to be able to put that away, because we know he can. He's done it so many times. So, yeah, incredible win from the Bulldogs. Eels, I think that, like, they're going to have to build back into the team that we know they can be. And I also think that the Bulldogs are just much better than people give them credit for. Currently, they're sitting second in regards to points against. But also, when you look at their points differential, like, they are genuinely... Sorry, just get this up.
Plus 81.
81 points. The Storm have 83 points differential. The Sharks have 80, and the Panthers have 110. Like, they are, points differential-wise, right up there. Like, Roosters are very weird. They've got 133. But they're essentially a top 5 points differential side. Like, that is incredible. Like, when you look at the halves they have, no disrespect, Sexton booed again by 45,000 people. Very weird. You reckon Serraldo just boos him as he runs out just to get him rolled up?
Me and Matty did it as a bit of a joke when they ran out.
We actually booed him.
Yeah.